Do you ever feel like your emotions are running the show? One offhand comment from a colleague can derail your entire day. Your partner's mood can shift your own, and past mistakes seem to shadow your every move, keeping you stuck in feelings you just can't shake. It's as if your inner peace is held hostage by the words and actions of others, leaving you feeling drained and powerless. This isn't just about feeling things, it's about being yanked around by attachments you never even chose. You're not truly living, you're just reacting. But what if I told you that ancient warriors and emperors found a way to break free from these emotional chains? In this video, I'm excited to share 7 Stoic techniques that can help you separate your feelings from your reality and reclaim your inner peace. Let's kick things off with the first and most crucial technique, the dichotomy of control. The philosopher Epictetus put it simply: some things are up to us, and some are not. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a powerful tool for navigating life. What's within your control? Your thoughts, judgments, actions, and responses. That's it. Everything else, not your concern. The weather, the economy, what others say or think about you, and even the outcomes of your best efforts are all outside your control. We often cause ourselves unnecessary suffering by getting emotionally attached to things we can't influence. Think about it. How much energy have you wasted worrying about whether someone will like you, or stressing over a project's success after you've already put in the work? This attachment is a major source of anxiety. Freedom starts when you learn to distinguish between what you can control and what you can't. Before you let an emotion sweep you away, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, then it's not your concern. This isn't about being passive. It's about focusing your energy where it truly matters, on your own mind. Realizing this doesn't just empower you, it uncovers the strength you already possess. Now that you know what to focus on, let's talk about how to handle the thoughts and feelings that pop up. Enter cognitive distancing. While modern psychology has a similar concept, the Stoics mastered it long ago. Here's the deal: you are not your thoughts, you're the one observing them. Anxious thoughts, angry impulses, feelings of jealousy, these aren't commands. They're just events happening in your mind, like clouds drifting across the sky. Cognitive distancing is about stepping back and viewing your thoughts as constructs of reality, not reality itself. Picture yourself as a scientist analyzing data. When a thought like, "they're ignoring me, I must have done something wrong," arises, don't just accept it as truth. Instead, observe it with curiosity. You might even say to yourself, "I'm having the thought that I did something wrong." This simple act of reframing creates a little space between you and the thought. And in that space, that's where your freedom lies. Epictetus said, "It's not things that upset us, but our opinions about things." Your emotional suffering doesn't stem from the event itself, but from the judgments you attach to it. By creating distance, you stop automatically assigning those judgments. You let the feeling come, notice it, and let it pass without letting it take over your mind. This next technique might sound almost too simple to work, but its power lies in its simplicity. It's a practical exercise for creating cognitive distance when your mind feels chaotic. When you feel yourself getting swept away by an intrusive thought or a strong emotion, try silently and slowly reciting the alphabet. Why does this work? It's a pattern interrupt. Your mind, which was spiraling into anxiety or anger, suddenly has a neutral task to focus on. This frees up your attention. The goal isn't to block or suppress the negative thought, because that often makes it stronger. Instead, you're practicing what the Stoics called magnanimity, or having an expansive mind. As you recite the alphabet, allow the intrusive thought to linger in your awareness, but keep it at a distance. You're essentially multitasking mentally, performing a simple, controlled task while observing the chaos of your mind from a safe distance. This exercise shows you, in real time, that you can function and maintain control even when difficult thoughts are present. It's a small act of rebellion against the tyranny of your own reactive mind. If you're finding these techniques helpful for reclaiming your peace, take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss our future guides on building a stronger mind. The Stoics viewed the mind as a fortress, your most valuable asset, and it needs protection. This technique, selective attention, is all about being the gatekeeper of that fortress. We live in a world filled with constant noise, social media notifications, news headlines, office gossip, and other people's opinions. Most of it doesn't serve you. Selective attention is about intentionally choosing what deserves your mental energy and what should be met with silence. You need to guard your mental space by being mindful of what you allow into your consciousness. This isn't about ignorance, it's about wisdom. Your attention is your most precious resource, and you're spending it every second of every day. Are you investing it in things that make you stronger, wiser, and more at peace? Or are you giving it away to things that leave you anxious, angry, and powerless? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, often reminded himself to filter out the unessential. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." That's selective attention in action. Stop getting caught up in endless debates, pointless arguments, and drama that doesn't concern you. Build your peace by making your mind a fortress, opening the gates only to what truly matters. This is one of the most misunderstood concepts in Stoicism. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or trying. It means you fall in love with the process and let go of your emotional attachment to the outcome. Give your absolute best effort to everything you do, your work, your relationships, your personal goals. Pour yourself into the preparation and the action, because that's what's within your control. But the final result? That's never entirely up to you. Too many external factors come into play. The Stoics often used the analogy of an archer. The archer can control their training, the choice of bow and arrow, the aim, and the release. But once the arrow leaves the bow, it's subject to the wind, the movement of the target, and countless other variables. The wise archer measures success by the quality of their shot, not whether it hits the bullseye. Emotional suffering arises when we tie our self-worth to that bullseye. We feel like failures if we don't land the job, losers if our business flops, or unloved if a relationship ends. A Stoic detaches their sense of self from the outcome. They know they gave their best effort, and that's the true measure of success. Plant the seed, tend the soil, but let go of your attachment to the harvest. The moment you stop clinging to a specific result is when you free yourself from the anxiety of achieving it. A common misconception about Stoics is that they're cold, emotionless robots. That couldn't be further from the truth. The goal of Stoicism isn't to suppress your feelings, it's to govern them. Feelings are natural. The initial flash of anger, the pang of sadness, the wave of fear, these are what the Stoics called proto-passions. They're involuntary impressions. You can't stop them from appearing, and you shouldn't try. The practice is to prevent your rational mind, your ruling faculty, from giving in to them. This means you allow the emotion to flow through your consciousness without letting it take root and become a ruling passion. You can feel deep sadness over a loss, but you don't have to agree with the judgment that, "my life is over." You can feel a flash of anger when insulted, but you don't have to accept the judgment that this person has harmed my true self. Detachment means feeling deeply while responding selectively. Your emotions can arise, but whether you cling to them is your choice. It's the difference between being the sky and being the weather. Storms will come and go, but the sky remains unchanged. Your inner self, your rational mind, can be that sky, vast, calm, and undisturbed by the emotional weather. In a world that constantly demands our attention, the Stoics recognized the immense power of solitude. Solitude isn't about being lonely, it's a tool for cleansing your thoughts and observing yourself without interference. When you're surrounded by others, your thoughts and feelings can get tangled up with their expectations, opinions, and energies. It becomes hard to know where you end and they begin. Solitude allows you to step away from that external noise and return to your inner world, the only place where you truly have control. Use quiet time to walk, sit in silence, or reflect. It's in these moments of stillness that you can clearly see the patterns of your own mind. You can identify the attachments that are causing you pain and practice the techniques we've discussed without distraction. Many people fear being alone because they're afraid of what they'll find in the silence. They use noise and company as distractions from themselves. But the Stoic embraces solitude as an opportunity. It's a training ground for mental strength. You don't build a fortress in the middle of a battle. You build it in times of peace so it stands strong when the battle comes. Your solitude is that time of peace. Applying these principles to your relationships is where the real work begins. Stoic detachment from people doesn't mean you stop loving them. It means you stop sacrificing your own peace trying to control their choices or reactions. You accept them as they are, recognizing that you can only walk your own path, not theirs. Your self-worth becomes anchored in your own character, not in their approval. These 7 techniques aren't a one-time fix, they're a lifelong practice. Breaking free from emotional attachment is a daily choice to prioritize your inner peace over the chaos of the outside world. It's about taking responsibility for your mind. Remember, the journey to emotional freedom is a practice, and every step you take is a victory. Every time you choose to observe a thought instead of being ruled by it, you win. Every time you focus on your effort instead of the outcome, you win. If this video gave you a new tool for your mental toolkit, hit that like button and subscribe for more wisdom on mastering your inner world. And for our next step together, check out this video on building unbreakable self-discipline. Let me know in the comments, which one of these techniques are you going to try first?